Seen the Lion Fighters
All right, all
Seahawks.
right, all right. Good evening, good evening, good evening.
All right, all right, all right.
This is April with Let's Talk About It with April, which is typically each and every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This evening, have an exclusive interview with Marcus. We actually planned this a while back. I unfortunately had to push him because I was away, but I made sure that we took care of this week. Thank you for your patience, Marcus. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome.
How are you?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Y'all tap in. We start now. Y'all tap in. Tell a friend. Tell a friend. Let's talk about it podcast. Link in my last story. Y'all tap in. I'm gone. My fault.
No worries, no worries, no worries, no worries.
What's going on? What's going
No
on?
worries. So what did you tell me? I see you involved in a lot. I see you got the movie coming out soon. Sweet thing.
Working, working, working.
hmm hmm
Premiere
hmm
coming up
That's April 12th, right?
April 12th.
April 12th. April 12th. Yes. As you see, I've actually interviewed a few people that a few actors. Let me say that
Yeah.
correctly. I've interviewed a few actors in that movie. I think I started with
Mm-hmm.
Sean Sterling.
I tell Sean every time, like, man, they ain't gonna see it now, but we gonna be like Future and Metro.
Yeah, yeah. No, I love what you guys are doing. I like the community aspect of it, right? And I think more importantly, I like the transformation, meaning the people involved and how so many of the actors and actresses,
Mm-hmm.
which I have yet to sit down with. I'm looking forward to sitting down with one of the ladies soon, hopefully this summer. But I love the transformation a lot of guys have made in their life who had no, no desire to be an actor. And
Nah.
now all of a sudden they like they doing it like this normal for them. Like what's the guy I interviewed? Logic. Like
Yeah,
he feel like he's in his prime, right? And he had
yeah.
no desire to really act. And but that
Tell
opportunity to make
Logic
a
every
fellow.
time I tell him on the low, I be like, hey man, we gotta just keep grinding, stay focused, man. We gonna have to goddamn make the price go up.
Yeah, no, I love what you guys are doing. It's a big deal. I'm gonna have that. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Yeah, so we're just gonna start off by just making sure you introduce yourself first and foremost. For people that may or may not know you, introduce yourself and share the dynamics of your household, like siblings, where you were born and raised.
Um, if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But it's Marcus Ratchet Lee of Richmond, Virginia. Disclaimer: a lot of people probably don't know. Some people do. I was born in New York, but I moved to Richmond when I was like 2, 3 years old. So I'm a city Richmond baby.
Oh, okay.
So I got roots. I got roots up top.
Okay. Any siblings?
Yeah, well, I got five sister blood. I got 5 sisters. I got 5 sisters. When I was in the penitentiary, my pops had a daughter, so she's maybe like 5, 6 now. The rest of them are
Okay.
older than me. I got another sister. She'll kill me if I don't say she my sister, cause she is. She's stepping about it. And I got 2 brothers. I mean, they're not blood, but one is my god brother. Whole family is my family, and one is a little bro. They both younger than me. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So I got Tanasha, Trinice, Diamond, Talia, Charlie, Brandy, Khalil, aka Cut, and Day.
Okay. Are they New York or they Richmond?
Um, Talia, like 4 of them down here, 2 of them in New York. My oldest sister, she's lives in Fairfax. She's actually in the military, so she's. I just posted about this the other day, but she's a colonel in the military
Okay. Wow.
and a JAG officer, so she stations. She working in the Pentagon and all that stuff right now.
Okay. Okay. So let's understand. So you were born in New York,
Hmm.
right? You're there with mom and dad.
Yeah, when I was born, my 2 older sisters they got different daddies, and then me and my other sister that live like down here, we got the same father. So I
Okay.
think it was a shift for both of my parents, as far as just they was both young when they both had their first kids,
Okay.
and, and then like my mother, she's April 9th, she be I think like 65.
Oh, okay.
So having my sister than me, it was like 10 years later. So having your first kids at 18, 19, 20, and then coming back having them in your 30s, you know what I mean? So,
Mm-hmm.
and I, and then I'm my mother's and father's only son.
Oh, okay. So
My
you're
old,
their only son, but they both have other children outside of each other. Is that, I
yeah,
got that right? Okay. Okay. So what
yeah,
was
my
the
old,
shift? What? Go ahead.
I said my oldest brother, he died before I was born when he was a baby. So I
Oh,
never got
okay.
to meet him. Well, meet him.
Okay. And he was he was originally in New York as well, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My father actually, my grandpa and my father, they was like, because my father's the second oldest of nine.
Mm-hmm.
It's my aunt and him. But I think, I, don't quote me, but I think the first three, four was born down here. And that's when they moved up there with him and my grandma. I never met my grandma on my father's side. Neither she died right before I was born.
Okay. So your parents were together from New York and then transition up here
Hmm.
in Richmond. Okay. 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 You know why they went from New York to here?
Um, if you ask me everything I gathered, just a different life. Like my mother and father. My mother is the oldest of three, and my father is the oldest boy of nine, the second oldest. And my mother from Brooklyn, my father from Harlem. So growing up in Harlem and Brooklyn in the 70s, 80s, 90s, you know, their perspective of their life is totally different outlook. So I think they wanted a better life for themselves, cheaper prices, trying to better opportunities, I guess I would say.
Okay. Do you think, I know you were only two, but do you, or maybe you've heard through stories, do you um, see the difference in what life could have potentially been like if y'all stayed in New York versus how life was in Richmond
Um,
at any point?
Sometimes me and my mother touch on it. Sometimes as the older I get, but I think the main difference would be I'd be around blood relatives,
More.
still knowing or not knowing what I'd be getting into, and I think that was the whole reason of moving down here. Because my father
Mm,
was in the streets, and my mother always tell me, she told him, either you're gonna pick me or the streets, the family or the streets, and he chose, you know what I'm saying, the family for the first part of that of their life or whatever. And I also tell my mother, you know, in Richmond, if you from here, you know, cross the water, north side, we call them. That's where the projects at and houses.
mm,
And around south side, that's where a lot of the apartments at and houses. So I don't think they knew we still live in
mm,
what you would consider the hood, and not knowing versus living in Verona or Chesterfield.
mm.
So it might not be as extensive as uh, Mosby. Oak Grove, because we that's where we was going to move at, Oak Grove. So when we first moved down here, I was living when we, from my memory, I remember we was in the Motor Lodge for a few
Mm-hmm.
weeks or however long. I can't remember the exact time, but we was in the motel when we first came down here. Then I moved to Baywood,
Okay.
and then from Baywood, my mama made probably one of the best decisions of her life and went all in and bought her first house.
Okay.
But
Well, that's kind of why I asked you that because during that time, I kind of feel like, if I can remember correctly, I feel like Richmond was probably in a somewhat the same predicament as New York
yeah,
during that time.
and
I'm
they
sure
don't know
New
that.
York probably was a little more intense, but I
Yeah.
feel like it was unfortunately our communities overall were kind of facing
And
that same
I
dynamic.
don't think they really understood that, knew that. Like, not really learning as far as my father being in the streets as the older I get, because he tried to hide certain stuff from me. My
Mm,
mother been around it, but she tell you she ain't in the streets, but she definitely privy of what's going on. So when I
mm,
start getting older and doing I'm big on history. You know what I'm saying? And I always tell people you can't change history. I mean, that's no pun intended, but that's what the crackers try to do, is change history. And subconsciously have our mind thinking it's cool too, but you can't change what
exactly.
happened. So even when I learned about my both sides of my family, I always remember my older sister telling me about my father's side, like, You know, you and me being so young, I don't understand it at the time until I start getting older and older. But she used to always say stuff like, you know, your daddy used to run with Rich Porter Ace. You know, your daddy used to run with, and I ain't really knowing
Mm,
too much. But then as older I get, I'm like, oh, and I say them for myself. As like even Pat Porter. I don't know if you're familiar with like Paid in Full, not to put
mm-hmm.
their business out there, but that's like he introduced me to her as a family. She came to my aunt funeral, like so. I'm like, oh
Right.
damn, that's in Richmond, we look at Paid in Full and stuff like that,
Oh
like
yeah,
these
yeah.
certain things, like okay, but really start to see it like, oh, alright. You know what I'm saying? Around certain my uncles, my cousins, like so I feel like that's what my mother tried to keep me from, not knowing I don't have blood relatives out here per se, besides my mama and my sister. But that's all I've been around and really getting deep in the streets. I ain't gonna say deep, but
Deep
about
enough.
13, yeah, that's
Mm,
when stuff really started to change. And then even her telling me about my mother, my grandma, her which is her mother, like her baby father used to run with Frank Lucas. So like my
mm,
grandma, she always like she ain't really want for nothing. Like he was uh, he used to sell drugs, but he was one of the ones that used to have a whole bunch of businesses.
okay.
So even understand that
So
they probably
he tried to live a legitimate lifestyle while also.
um I, I guess you would say, but the mindset I got now is yeah, but now that's the original of the game is you get the money how you get it, but you also clean it up.
Hmm.
So now it's the times have changed so much where you thinking, oh, I'm trying to go legit, but back then you ain't had too much choices, or you might have had a choice, but the access or the numbers or whatever was so crazy. That's what it was. And then
Mm,
you got so much money coming in, you buy the store, you buy the laundromat, you buy this, you buy that. We don't really be on it now. And like I said, doing family history, she'll hate to admit it, but a lot of stuff be making sense far as even when I always used to say like it's in me, not on me.
mm,
Like you'll see a lot of people see just the light skinned dude. I always was the shortest, the smallest, the lightest. You know what I mean? So, but I always been getting in trouble, which I don't glorify. But even as I look through my past and everything happened, even when my pops was around, he used to always tell me before they split up, like don't bring nothing to the front door. Like whatever the fuck you got going on, don't bring nothing to the front door. Don't bring nothing to goddamn your family house. You know what I mean? And then make sure goddamn your sisters and your mama straight. So I always had that in mind. And the older I got, me realizing that we don't got no blood relatives, so that always gave me an edge or a motivation to make my face, make my name, make my presence known enough to. And like now, 30 years later, 20 some odd years later, if somebody see my sister or my mama, if you know that's Ratchet or Marcus' sister or mama, and they
mm.
good, and that's however it go.
So do you think it was more of a complex or motivation, as you just spoke about?
Um,
Because what I'm hearing, so let me say this before I let you answer that. So, because what I'm hearing is mom's attempt was to escape
mhm,
what was going on in New York because your dad was in the streets.
mhm,
Unbeknownst to her, she went to a community that was not too different from the
mhm,
community that y'all ran from,
mhm,
right? And you also mentioned a few times how your blood relatives are in New York, like that's home.
mhm.
So coming to Richmond, it's only y'all, like that's all the relatives you have. So did that give you a complex, like knowing that okay, we're kind of here alone, so to speak. So I gotta kind
Um,
of.
I wouldn't even really say complex, cause like, and that's why I say I only could speak on things that actually happen and not
Mm-hmm,
exaggerate them. So even looking back at stuff how it happened, like you might see the bad side. I've been getting in trouble, parents getting called since kindergarten. But on flip sides, I always been known, always been, I always had them. leader mentality in a sense. You know what I mean? So I ain't really had no families, but I had my little homeboys. I had whatever. You know what I mean? And then it just took a leap. Once my uncle, I'll never forget, my uncle showed me how to ride the bikes without the training wheels. Probably like 8, 9 years old. It was a wrap then. And all my parents known is, yeah, riding around in the neighborhood, most of the houses, apartments around too. You know what I mean? But, and that's when shit really started getting real.
You said a phrase. You said, "It's not on you; it's in you."
Mm-hmm.
And so, did that come from the idea that knowing the history of your father, knowing the history with your grandmother's husband? Was that her husband?
Don't give me the line.
Okay, but that did your grandmother's significant other? Were you
Nah, cause
speaking
I
of
ain't
that
learned
when
that.
you
I
say
ain't
not
learned
on you
all
in
that
you?
stuff. I ain't learned all
Till
that
much
stuff till
later.
later on. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So it was just, I say it's on me because like even since I was a teenager to a young adult to adult, another thing my mama always said, she love and hate that I always find myself in a fucked up situation. Always having the short end of the stick. She hated because like she feel like, which I will say, I was always smart, but I always the attention span, the one in the class. If I pay attention, I could do the work. But I'm also gonna be the one that start the class to get routed up, or one of the ones that start the class get routed up. So she looking at it, what is you doing? You don't need to hang around them. Like, what you doing? But the whole time, they parents knowing because they seeing a different side, or the teachers knowing the whole time, I'm the one that really
You're the
got the
leader of
blame.
it.
And I never, I always, I ain't the type to throw a nigga under the bus, even when I was younger. So I just took the lick. I just took it like, it's all me. It's all me. And the older I get, like I say, shit just start getting a little different. But even like a lot of shit I did take a liking to, or not even take a liking to, like a lot of shit I got used to seeing. Like even far as I can honestly say, certain things motivated me far as people, places, and all that, or peer pressure, impressionable stuff like that. But also at the same time knowing my parents and just remembering at the time it was going on, and then being older to actually having an adult mindset to see what was going on. My pops used to be the goddamn light skinned fly nigga coming through flies of bitch jewelry on goddamn truck with the bad girl. I ain't see like a lot of people don't know that. Some people do. Like I ain't have to get that from dude around the way. You know what I'm saying? Like my pops put me on the designer. You know what I'm saying? I was one of the first ones, my age bracket, my side of town, I was wearing designer. And I don't say it to glorify it. That's why I say you can't change history. So even think about that. I remember going to New York, pull up on him, chopping it up, and he put me on. Next thing you know, I got the Montclair coats, Robin jeans, Hermes jeans. This back in 2012. I'm ain't number 18 years old. Before then, I started like everything. I just think and look back on my life, and we talk about a child. I told my mama how to drive at 11 years old. Like she from New York, so she ain't had to drive. You know what I mean? But and she still tell people to this day like it's time to parallel park, pull a car up. People like, what the hell? And I ain't nothing but 4'5", 4'9" at the time. I'm coming low as hell coming through, but you know I'm gonna pull up on me, especially when my parents split it. It was like now, in a sense, like people had the terms, was you raised off survival or love? I feel like it was a bit of both, but the main thing I was raised on and taught from all sides of my family, it was the protective side. So I'm big on that. So like I said, they first kids, that was their first thought when they was learning because they was still young. So the second group, as far as me and my sister, when they got there and had them together, we got the same mama and daddy. It was like they trying to still figure it out, but I don't think they realizing the trauma they already have. So they like, even for a minute, it took a minute for, it wasn't the, we know we love each other, but it was never really the, I love you. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I know my mama love me. I don't say like even my sister to this day. Sometimes it sounds crazy. We got there. I ain't gonna say we forcing it, but you know what I mean. Like it's
Just
just
not as familiar because y'all didn't grow up with hearing that he was
But it's
saying
definitely love. Like my
feeling.
grandma, that's my baby, Ruth White. You know what I mean? Like, so I ain't gonna act like it won't there, but it was a lot of stuff. Like even now, my mom is 60-some years old, and she's still trying to heal and still trying to relearn, still trying to mend relationships or get certain shit. Cause my oldest sisters, their perspective is different. They was born. My mom was 18 and 20, 18, 21, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Parts of time living on their own. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it was. It's a lot. You know what I mean? It's a lot, which I understand it and I accept it. You know what I mean? Like, cause I can't, and I always tell her, don't feel like you did a bad job. I made the choices and I live what I am or who I am. And if anything, be proud. Cause a lot of dudes I know, we gonna speak on that side. A lot of dudes took the choice, took the route, took the risk, and went out sour. And I'm just proud of the fact as a man that I could look in the mirror or look in the streets or still whatever. And I know from the streets to the jail to the penitentiary, since I was a little kid to a grown man, my name hold weight if anybody want to admit it or not.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people do admit it, and some people don't. That's why I say I speak on certain stuff just to for real shed a light because
Right.
a lot of things I speak on, I ain't gonna say God made me the sacrificial lamb, but He put a lot on my shoulders. Because as the time went on and the story was told, I was built for it. So even like started robbing and kicking doors at 13 years old. Like she might not know that, he might not know that, know what I mean? But that's what we doing, know what I mean? First time police got there knocking on the door, 15 years old, they trying to question me, talking about come down to the precinct. I'm like, what? I'm like, hell no. She like, did you do it? I'm like, hell no, I ain't do nothing. They talking about B&Es and all. Like, nah, I ain't did nothing. You know what I'm saying? Well, we just gonna go down there and talk to him, whatever. I slide off, call a couple of my partners, like, man, the police got down here talking about a question. I'm gonna go, and y'all just keep y'all composure if they come y'all way, but we good. Boom, slide off. Like, so even that, growing up, and I don't think she purposely did it, but in school, it was the don't be telling them teachers, like, you know, you get in trouble and you start trying to talk yourself out of situation, get yourself in deeper trouble. It was the tell them to call me. Don't be telling them teachers nothing. The older I get, it went from the teachers to the principals to the police. Don't be. So I was really raised on, I don't know. And a lot of people don't know the law. A lot of people don't know what they in it for. A lot of people don't stand on what they in it for. So I don't knock it, but I just recognize goddamn what it is and what it ain't. You there? You there?
I'm not sure what happened, but
We good?
can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Did you lose connection?
Uh-uh.
Okay. Because it said lost connection. I thought it was you because you went out. But I guess that was
You
on me.
did too, so I don't.
I want to make sure this. Yeah, we should still be up. Okay, yeah, we are. Okay, you were. I think where you stopped was you. I think you were trying to compare when you were in grade school how mom would tell you when you get in trouble.
Yeah,
Basically,
I get
basically
in
telling you not to
trouble.
snitch like early
It,
on without
yeah, I
knowing
don't
it.
think she was purposely doing it for
Right.
that reason, But like I say, me understanding as an adult man now, it was just the where she came from or what she used to or what she like. My mama is a paranoid son of a motherfucker, and she
Mm,
don't trust nothing of nobody. Like you got to
mm.
really earn it. She used to hate when I always trust homeboy because like they ain't my family, they ain't family. Like what they, you know what I'm saying? She got a radar for everybody. You know what I mean? So even coming down to the police, it was the don't tell the police nothing. Like call me, call a lawyer. And this is at 15, 16, 17, 18, like early. So it was,
Well, like you said earlier, she might not have been technically in the streets, but she was familiar with the
yeah.
lifestyle based on your father being in the lifestyle is what it sounds like. So she kind of already
She from
knew.
Brooklyn, so probably before my father too. She didn't deal with dudes in the
Mm,
goddamn streets. She know that. We had
so
to,
she already familiar with how that whole thing
yeah,
worked.
she just never been in them. But she got there and told me some stories where like, oh, well, I don't knock it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't knock it as far as she don't want to even wrap her mind like certain shit. Even when we've had a conversation, sometimes as an adult now, I might expose certain things or talk about certain things because like it's no need to lie before like it's no need
Mm,
to hide certain things. I tell her certain things I ain't gonna tell you because I don't want you to look at me different. I'm cool with how certain people
mm,
like I'm cool to be underestimated. Oh, I ain't with certain things we ain't ready to talk about with nobody unless you know what I mean. But certain things is public document. You know what I'm saying? Like I
mm.
said, the police was knocking on at the door at 15. 18, I got damn caught a little bullshit case. First time getting locked up. My whole high school was an alternative school. CCP,
Mm.
if you from Richmond, you know what I mean? Like my whole high school. Um, First bid, 2 years, drugs. People kicked in my room. Know what I mean? We had a trap house. They kicked that joint in. I mean, then it's shooting case, militia. So it was like ain't no need to keep it secret now. I was selling drugs my
Mhm.
whole 5 years in the penitentiary, like, and she know that. Everybody that know me know what I'm saying, like, and I think at one point in time I ain't used to speak on this shit because I was so deep in the streets and connected with so many things, and I ain't never want nobody to look at me like I'm saying something to make it
Right.
seem cool, cause I ain't on that. Like, if you know, you know. But now I speak on it more, cause I be realizing how many people can learn from it, or how people
Absolutely.
don't know. And then the game so watered down, life so watered down, us as men getting so watered down, especially if you want to talk in street terms, it'd be like a lot of dudes and like certain things ain't meant for me, but if it is and we come up, don't I tell don't bring me in no conversation because I ain't no yes man. I ain't gonna say some shit just because it sound good. A lot of these niggas goddamn people be looking up to or taking game from. They side they damn so how it's like you trying to put vinegar in water and thinking it's supposed to be goddamn purified. Like no. It's like,
Hmm.
no, know what I mean? Why? Because it's been tested. Like, know what I'm saying? Why can I speak on it? Because I've been tested. Know what I'm saying? I've been
Hmm.
in interrogation rooms where they showing goddamn pictures of people. Know what I'm saying? I'm facing 25 to life, literally. Know what I mean? I done been in the car with goddamn stuff in here and we can't say nothing. I done been in a situation where we done did stuff and people still don't know and I'm cool with it. I done been, know what I mean? I done been so many things, like I said, since 13.
Let me ask you. So at 13, where's dad?
That's when they just split up. I think when I was like 12.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So he just split up. So he might come around just trying to regulate something. You know what I mean? But like he's always tell me himself, your ass been getting in trouble since you was in kindergarten. What the fuck is wrong with you? So it's like I don't want to say a lot of shit took place because he left, because we'll never know. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But like I say, like I remember even when he go to his part of town where he grew up in, my recollection when I'm walking with like, and I'm a junior, so we got the same name, but they call him Coatley, but he's a junior. So when they look at him walking around the neighborhood, it's and then he live in Virginia now. You know what I mean? But he
Mhm.
going up New York with his block, his part of town, and just walking down the street. And mind you, in New York, and so many people might, man, Coley, what's up? Man, Coley, what's up? Man, Coley. That's my, like I said, that's my recollection of, you know what I'm saying, my daddy. You know what I mean? Like, I can't say why far as why he was around. Like when we go certain places, like I said, he was the fly one with the jewels, with the rings, with the you know what I'm saying. Being a grown man now, especially been in the streets, man, that's you the dude goddamn with the bad little red bone. You know what I mean? You come through fly, nice navvy, you know what I mean? Like my parents ain't had no corporate jobs. They just,
Mm-hmm.
especially my mama, I see it now. Like even then, she a hustler and know how to goddamn do with some money. She had to go through her own life experiences. Cause I remember back in the day, some people might look at it like we was spoiled or we was, you know what I'm saying? But now certain things, my mama was appearance based. So I was telling her the other not too long ago, and she was acting like I was tripping. I'm like, but that's just what I remember. We used to got the killer clearance rack. You know what I mean? Put that thing together. The J's and stuff like that, we ain't get them unless my pops buy them. You know what I'm saying? He gonna make sure like they both compliment each other. Like he ain't gonna make sure we ain't ready to have the Walmart shoes. He gonna bust his move and make sure we got the J's, the Nikes, the you know what I'm saying, whatever. She ain't ready to buy that. You know what I mean? But she know how to put this and that and this and that together. You know what I mean? I ain't had a Coos, you know what I mean? I started wearing the black label, lot 29, and in the clearance rack and the Echo, and you know what I'm saying? But that's how I started realizing that shit in me, not on me. Because I make anything look good. Like, because I never was, since I was a little kid, you ain't gonna never say I was one of the bummy kids. You know what I'm saying? But it won't because we had hella money. It's just because I know how to put it together. My mama know how to put it together. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. So because you mentioned you didn't really fully understand how heavy involved your father was in the streets till you got older, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so when you say older, what age are you thinking?
Um, he tried to keep that shit from me, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Like, but even when my cousin talking certain things, like I said, I'm grown now, so I ain't really know until I was probably like 18 for sure. You know what I'm saying? But like all that shit old now. But my cousin goddamn might tell me at the time they done came down here, like, you know the real reason we came down, like stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
First gun I seen was my pops. Like he used to have it tucked away somewhere. But you know what I'm saying? It might be some for emergency use only. He come and check it, you know what I'm saying? He come through, make sure his family straight. Like that's what I got there remember. You know what I mean? Like that
So
was
even though you didn't know as a child exactly how
no.
deeply involved, he was still
And I ain't gonna
impressionable.
say he was goddamn deep. But I know and
Okay.
I feel at one point in time in his life he was. But then,
Okay.
like I said, my mind as getting older, being in the streets from younger to getting older, once you in it, as long as your face card good, you always got access to it. So he might not necessarily still been deep in it. Like I say, goddamn,
But just having the access.
he grew up in Harlem and got there in the 70s, 80s, 90s. So you think when you got there and go up there, because that's how I look at it. You think you going
Mm-hmm.
up there, think some of his partners goddamn in 30s, 40s, 50s, 60 years old, you think they still ain't doing whatever. You don't think they
Mm-hmm.
remember? And that's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? So now, if we talk, we have more of a man-to-man conversation. Like I said, I remember for a minute, I stopped talking to my pops. You know what I'm saying? Like, we start bumping heads the older I get, because now you just try to come around for the discipline. You know what I mean? Which I
Mm-hmm.
respected. You know what I mean? Like, I always respected it. But at first I didn't at the time.
So you probably appreciated it more than you respected it at some point.
I you know what I'm saying, took from it. I learned what I learned from it. I'm always observant. And like I said, I do ask history and study history. I don't be just oblivious of just nothing. You know what I'm saying? I pay
Mm-hmm.
attention. So even if I gotta think back 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, and it's at a younger age, so the older I'm get, I got more. And that's where the wisdom coming at. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
so I was always, and that's why I say even certain things I got from pops, dukes, the streets, aunt, uncle, you know what I mean? Like sister, like certain things. It was just all in the package and it was already meant for me to be who I'm destined to be. Even when I on the street shit or before the street shit, like I said, I always had a leadership role. I always had, you know what I'm saying, females or dudes somewhat gravitated to me. You know what I'm saying? But I always the youngest, the weakest, the shortest, you know what I'm saying, the lightest. So it was always an underestimate. It was always, especially when you
Mm-hmm.
get to the streets, you know what I mean? I don't sugarcoat it. So I know it been times where you had niggas thinking, oh, he ain't built for this. He ain't built for this. But as year go on, goddamn, we start getting older and older. You start seeing all the people that y'all thought was built for it.
Was it? Mm-hmm.
And like, damn, and that's why, like I say, even I really realized it when I was in the, I know I'm hopping all back and forth, but I really realized it when I was in the penitentiary. Doing my 5 years, as soon as I hit the penitentiary, I just seen so many dudes knew me. I ain't never seen them from a can of paint, heard of me, know me, know what I mean? Like, and I had to, bro, you somebody, dick. And I always knew it, but I was dude 16, 17, 18. I had my guys that was my age, but I was always the one start hanging with the dudes. I'm 17, 18. Majority of people I'm hanging with 24 and up. So by the time I'm 18, no more school. Even when I was in school, what you doing? Go to school, bro. You ain't my daddy, nigga. I'm on the block. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm goddamn going to the trap, to school, to the roundaway, back to the trap, to school, the roundaway. Like, so even when I talk about a lot of shit, unless we're gonna talk about the past 2 years, anything I talk about, I try to drop gems with it or understand it with it. But majority is gonna be just street related stuff because that's all
Right.
I really live.
Right. Right.
So and I just had this conversation the other day with somebody. It's two different versions that people might know. It's the version if you knew me before I came home, and that's the people that might be like, damn, I'm proud of you. Damn, I see it. Cause they know, like I said, even since a youngin' to young, like a lot of shit I done got them paid away for, a lot of shit I done did. And I don't even be thinking about it at the time till somebody from that, they tell me. And like, but you gotta embrace it. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't not, you know what I mean? So I just was so young with it, you know what I mean? Like I said, even down the jet, like all that shit. But that shit whack for real, you know what I'm saying? Cause that shit goddamn, I mean, we all got our life to live.
Yeah, it's
We
called a
all got
journey.
to
We
live
all got
that.
a journey.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So even when I done went down to juvenile jail to talk to the kids, and the first thing I said, me and Sean had one time, and the first thing I say, man, I ain't trying to sugarcoat it or make nothing sound good or bad. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be the motherfuckers they got their mind made up, and it's gonna be the motherfuckers. That's all they need is a little test, and it's gonna get them right. But the ones that think they got their mind made up, I don't advocate the streets, but I'm advocate as a man, as principles, as morals, that whatever you decide to do, if you're in the streets, if you just a everyday citizen, whatever you do, your actions got consequences and stand on them if they good or bad. And that's what I really stand on. That's what I really preach. Because I know some things I done did, some things I might do, it might have consequence to it. Because consequence could be good. It could turn out for the good, it could turn out for the bad. But I'm always aware and being accountable of myself and my actions. And that's something we don't got a lot of no more.
At
You know what I mean?
all.
And people try to brush on the rug because everybody want to be liked so much. Like the people that's gonna like me gonna like me. You know what I'm saying? The people don't. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended, but you could goddamn yeah. I don't care.
You made a statement earlier. You said when your parents split up, you don't know if your decisions would have been different had they not, versus him leaving. You'll never really know, right? You may remember making a statement like
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
So can you remember? Because I think you mentioned 13.
Mm-hmm.
Can you remember starting to feel different during that time your father left? Like, do you know if you were? Because I think a lot of times what tends to happen in our lives, especially when things become different than what they were. Because
Mm-hmm.
that's the bottom line too. You can call it moving away, parents going through a divorce, somebody ended up on drugs. This household's different. And I believe in any household that's different, there is a shift that happens with the people in the household. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying?
I
Whether it's for the
apologize.
better or for the worse. Um, but can you recall feeling different? Whether you feel like you had a chip on your shoulder, whether you felt a little, I don't know, bothered that your parents was separating, or can you recall feeling something different based on
Um,
them now splitting up?
I think probably was mostly like damn, because I was out. That's how I grew up, so I was used to as far as they dynamic of being together.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of stuff it wasn't like I just started doing stuff. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, Pops used to come from work, being there. If we do stuff, we do stuff. You know what I'm saying? But he got there and do his thing, sit on the couch, watch things out. Man, shit, you know what I'm saying? You working all day, trying to just make sure the kids, you know what I'm saying? I see it for what it
Mm-hmm.
is now, you know what I mean? But I was already outside. At that time, it was mischievous stuff, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Going around the way, my peoples had the trampoline, just throwing throwing eggs, kicking doors, kicking mailboxes, you know what I'm saying? Just mischievous stuff. So when I just started getting put on or just around certain things or just, you know what I mean? Like, it was, oh yeah, that what going on?
So it's almost like you were getting exposed to things outside the household,
You
and
feel me?
that's probably what really started drawing more of an
Cause
interest
that's
to
when
you.
he was still around when that started
Hmm.
happening. Just, you know what I mean?
So it's probably really more so a gradual build up versus they separated
I
and
ain't
all of
gonna
a
say it
sudden you
was
start.
destined to happen, but you know what I mean? But it was destined to happen. And I don't even try to say that to knock them. It was just at a certain point. Like, even certain my uncles I be kicking it with now, like a lot of them weren't around, or certain family members around. My mama, she might admit it sometimes, she might not. So like I said, I be telling her like, man, this is just a teachable moment. I don't say it to, but I know far as, cause I ain't got no kids, so I know it probably hit different far as even have to
Mm-hmm.
face it. You know what I mean? And I'm just speaking because this how I speak. Like, so I just I just speak. So it might be oh, that's why you ain't want me around certain uncles, because you know what the hell they
Mm-hmm.
had going on. You know they was up to no good. So you try your
Mm-hmm.
best to, know what I mean? But like I said, when we go around the family, it's the family. Like I said, outside looking in, you might see my mama and my sister and me and thinking, goddamn, you might think I'm mixed with white. You might think, goddamn, shit is just privy and sweet in the blessing. But you go, goddamn, around the family, you going to be like,
Oh.
okay. Like, my older sister darker than you. Like, my aunties and stuff, for real, my grandma, like, they dark skin, you know what I'm saying? You got light skin, my grandpa got light skin, green eyes, you know what I'm saying? So it was a blend mix, you know what I mean? Like I said, I just was goddamn the chosen one out the family. I just gotta goddamn stay focused, give it to God, and put it together. But even when I still come around from, like I say, from the younger age to older, that's always what it been. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
even goddamn for a minute, a few years not speaking to Pops, you know what I'm saying? Then coming, I ain't seen him in a minute. First time I see him, now he moved back in New York. My Pops he ended up going on the run for a minute when I was in high school. And I ain't seen him in years. When I got there and did my first 6 months down in jail, my sister had a baby. We get on the phone, we get to chopping it up. Like, you know what I mean? So when I do go see him next time, you know what I mean? He don't know I'm already in it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
Mm-hmm.
goddamn, when I say in it, for to be my age, shit, even a grown man, I was in it. My biggest downfall, I just was so young and naive, I didn't know what to do with the money. But then seeing him, we down Times Square. He come out Macy's, goddamn. He got the Montclair on. He got the goddamn the Gucci belt on. He got the pocket full of money. You know what I'm saying? He got the flip phone. He got the iPhone. I'm like, look at dude. That shit keep cutting off. What's going on? Like, look at dude. Dude think he popping this shit. We back.
Like I don't know what's going on with this Wi-Fi in this hotel, but it just keep dropping off. Like, what's going on? Let me see here.
Yeah, I used to be saying
Hold
like,
on.
dude, popping this shit. Look at dude. Old times, by this time, like I said, I'm 18, 19. I'm pulling up. I got the Versace belt. I got the
Mm.
designer. He got there like, you keep wearing that fake shit. I'm like, what's fake? He asked my sister. I'm like, shit, that's ain't shit here. And it started stamping. So like I said, it wasn't no reason to really lie to him because I done got locked up or caught a case for damn near everything you could think of. So it's like now it ain't no secret. You know what I'm saying?
You was
Like,
pretty transparent with them about what you were involved in and everything.
um, we still never had to talk. You know what I mean? But it was now like my cousin that at the time we knew what cuz do. So when he see me,
Mm-hmm.
goddamn, he wanna now they ain't seen me as little Marcus. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still young, but now cuz wanna holler at me. And they you know what I'm saying now
Mm-hmm.
certain things how I carry myself. You know what I'm saying? Like they know I ain't got no job and I got a pocket full of money. You know
So
what I
it
mean?
was clear what was going on.
I'm saying my mama like she tried to I don't know if she admitted it or not. Like I don't know. I mean, I remember 15 years old, she walk in, I got like a QP of weed, I'm bagging up, she take it, I find it, grab it, and go sell that bitch to school the next day. Like,
Yeah, you did mention how you were going from school to the block to the
hmm
trap house to the school, and that was kind of like throughout your whole high school career
yeah,
for the most part.
ninth grade, we still kind of had the hoop dreams, but even ninth grade, man, we got them skip school. Like even when I got kicked out, I ended up getting kicked out for a BB gun, some dumb stuff. But even when we get kicked out and they start talking to your parents and we haven't seen. I got school started in September. I think I got kicked out by like January. So some teachers like I
Mm-hmm.
only seen them about 3 times. You know what I mean? Like we was kind of in the way, but that's what just was going on. So by the time I go to CCP, now I'm brushing shoulders with dudes from across the water because I'm from Southside. I'm from Uptown. So now I'm brushing shoulders with dudes from the projects. I'm brushing shoulders with, you know what I mean? And at the time, we kind of already starting to go around there. But then, now, cause my homeboys, they just want to chill around the way.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my little niggas, we going to the teen parties. My homeboys want to be around the way. Get a little older, I'm going with the older dudes to the club. My homeboys want to be around the way that's my age. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
when I started goddamn hanging more with the older dudes because I want never the little nigga that's just want to be around.
Mm-hmm.
Some people it might have seemed like that because like you say, when I come around, you got to know. But the people that know, and like I said, the older I'm getting, I was 18, 19. I was 19 years old. I got a 17 and 18-year-old with me. They got school. I got my own money, own car. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I got my little niggas with me now. You know what I'm saying? We going to pop bottles. We going whatever. You know what I'm saying? I started fucking my teacher in 12th grade. I'm goddamn, you know what I mean? Niggas, not to say disrespectfully, but now I got niggas mamas, niggas aunties. I ain't
Mm-hmm.
19. Now I'm messing with 28-year-olds, 32-year-olds, 27-year-olds. But always how I played it respectfully, even now to this day when I come across dudes that's older now, they grown now, you know what I'm saying? They remember, like, even yesterday, I seen one of my little partners, and he could just, you know what I'm saying? He just wanted to get some shit off his chest. But and it happens so much. That's why I embrace it more. Like, bro, we used to look up to you. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas
Mm-hmm.
still do. Like you, because in their mind, which was reality, I was so young. Because you got to think about it now. I always tell people I'm 32 years old right now, and if a 19, 20-year old, that's a little nigga, that's a
Yeah.
little kid.
Mm-hmm.
But I used to be that amongst men
Right.
thinking you can't tell me we ain't equal. I ain't gonna
Mm-hmm.
tell you about how many ones that was calling me big bruh. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I ain't just around. I mean, but hey, you got two different dynamics in the streets. You know what I'm saying? And it's rare you got some people that meet in the middle. You know what I'm saying? You got the dudes that's really on that. You know what I mean? But they don't get no money. Then you got dudes that goddamn get some money, but they ain't trying to goddamn, they ain't. Then you got some dudes, and sometimes it's rare that meets in the middle. You know what I'm saying? So I might not be the richest, I might not be the toughest, I might not be the gangsters. Motherfucker, know we gonna get some chicken. I got my little niggas on bay, and I'm gonna tell them get some. We gonna get some chicken. You know what I mean? And if a problem come, you know what I mean, we gonna take care of it, but we gonna get some money. We gonna get some girls, and, and a lot of times that shit equal up to nothing. Even when we
Overall.
full of circle, you know what I mean? Like my old head, I be like now when I be talking to dudes locked up, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people I talk to that is locked up that do call, they got numbers. My old head just came home for 20 years. My other old head been down 20 something. He come home like in a year or two. My best friend, he got damn been locked up. His son 14, he never been on the street for his son's birthday. He got 19, first year, 4 years for one of our partners putting him in a situation. You know what I'm saying? I done got put in a situation and I done been through so much, actually been through it and seen it. I don't be believing half of these dudes because I done been it. I know the feeling being in that interrogation rooms, and that's what we don't talk about enough. When them people is trained and they trying to get you to tell on something, and I'm talking about a young age. I remember when dude I used to goddamn fuck with, he went to the feds. Police pulling up on me, goddamn trying to get me to say this, do this. I ain't, and I know wholeheartedly I never. But then that's what removed me from the streets so much. Cause when I did come home this time, even when I was in the penitentiary, it's getting too normal. And I ain't saying if it's good or bad, it's how you look at it. It's just like whatever your principles and morals align with. But me personally, I used to have two thoughts in my head. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, if I come home and goddamn really do what I know I could do, and it's one of my partners gonna goddamn, you know what I'm saying, backdoor me. Like, if I get killed, you know what I'm saying, that shit gonna come from in-house. Cause if I see it front, I ain't
Those are
tripping.
the two thoughts you were having, you saying?
That's one of them. And the other one, I got it embedded in me so much that they can say anything, and I ain't ready to say nothing. I ain't ready. I can't bend. I can't fold, and I should be fucked up. We get in a situation facing 50 years, and I'm the dude like, man, nah. And then somebody got damn too close to me, just send me up the road. Cause even when I did my 5 years, that's the blessing of goddamn God from Joe Morrissey for real. Ain't God, but they was trying to give me 25 to life. And like was no budging. If I take the trial and lose, minimum 25. It ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Like it was no, and just
So
being
how
in,
did you end up only getting 5?
yeah, I took a plea for 5 years, no
Okay.
shit cause. Like I said, that was a blessing because I had a witness coming to court to say what I did. You know what I mean? And I even got in that situation by just holding it down. Around that time, I was dealing with a old, I used to call him my cougar. I'm like, I just turned, I'm 22, 23. I'm dealing with somebody like 41, 42. But she started opening my eyes because she was on top of her game. So she used to open my eyes to a lot of stuff. She used to put me on to a lot of stuff. As bro, get off papers. Like even the backtrack just a little bit. When I came home for my 2 years, I just was telling myself I came home 20 a week before I turned 22. And the only thing I was telling myself then is I ain't ready to play no trap house. I'm ready to serve all these niggas. That was my mindset. You know what I'm saying? At 22, like 2 months later, I was serving all these niggas. You know what I'm saying? So that was my mindset. Like even how I move militant, even how I move people my business, even how I move just certain things. Like that's why I say it's in me. Me not even in the streets, certain things I ain't gotta worry about. I just move myself because I know it ain't getting to a point where I can't deal with the consequences. It's getting to the point where I just know what I see myself as or where I see myself going, that ain't gonna get it there. So when I say I'm gonna become a millionaire, I mean it. But the way the streets set up, maybe if we was in a different state, maybe a good chance I feel like I would be. But the way this set up, I ain't gonna be no millionaire. I ain't in it for the ego and pride. I be
Mm.
telling my little partners that still do what they do, like, bro, you made your name. We ain't 20, 21, 19 no more.
Right.
I'm saying I'm in my 30s, y'all pushing 30. Like, you got your name, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and certain people do listen to me because they know I ain't faking. Like I say, I did 5 years. My first week, I used to run the phone. You know what I'm saying? I goddamn used to bust moves in there. Went to the penitentiary. I told my brother, I'm going to get a phone in the sack. Shit, my name you still ringing there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
That's my experience. I can't, even when I talk about locked up, and I done been through some shit when I came home that I needed to, because I ain't never get the experience that when you locked up to sit your ass down to get your mind
Sit
right.
still, right?
I just started maturing for the outlook of the possibilities. But I never, like, it have been times I got 2, 3 phones in the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? And I got situations about it because I don't bang. I don't care if you from the city, I ain't ready to dick ride. And I don't care, goddamn, you like it or not. I ain't running. Like, you gonna have to do me or show me. I ain't running. You know what I'm saying? And that shit done bit me in my ass a few times. You know what I'm saying? But I still ain't running and I ain't tripping. And now my God up, you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So even in the penitentiary, it was like, how can I be the biggest? Because I done seen dudes start goddamn getting a little money in the penitentiary, because that shit'll fuck your mind up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
What you mean?
just far as the institutionalized.
Oh
Where I
yeah.
was at, I tell people, if you from Richmond or anywhere, just like this thing of a block, a dope block or a dope strip.
Mm.
Penitentiary I was in, it reminded me so much of a dope strip. Me personally, Midlothian Turnpike, that's what we, you know what I'm saying? It reminded me of that. It's just we can't go home. So that's where I was around. Like, really, anything you want, anything you
So
got,
that's why it was so easy for you to move the way you was moving.
anything you want. Like, my first goddamn 2, 3 weeks in there, I got somebody bringing me the sack. Because for my first jump, my homeboy let me get in the car. But my mind, I ain't no, I'm a player. I ain't no guy. I'm a source. I ain't no guy. Nah, I got my people set up. I'm going to get my own sack visit room. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, yeah, that's why they call them ratchet. Now y'all, cause I done seen dudes start getting money, but I know you from the street, you won't get money, and you bang, so now you got an ego with it. You gotta, I'm good. My mind is set as we supposed to make it the best out of it, be comfortable, and make it home. So all the trying to do this or trying to do that, and I even in the streets now. But I tell my brother so many times, all that shit I've been through in the penitentiary, it was just lessons for where I'm going, lessons for to be out here. Because and I tell people all the time, adversity build character, and he gonna give it to you when you ready. You know what I mean? Not when you say you ready, not when somebody else say you ready,
When you
not when
actually,
you feel they ready. No, when he say you ready. You know what I mean? And sometimes people miss the opportunity and shot, and times people misjudge the I'm ready. You know what I mean? We feel like, and we live in the times now where majority of people act like they don't go through nothing. You know what I mean?
right?
And that's why I say I be blessed by my experience going back to the penitentiary. I was the dude, goddamn, I got pounds, I got zips of dope, I got lean, I got tobacco, I got phones. You know what I'm saying? I got a phone and I keep another phone just for my homeboys to goddamn, so they ain't gotta come ask me. But that come with envy. That come with goddamn people mad. And he don't bang, and he ain't paying no time. Cause I ain't, yeah, it come with it. You know what I'm saying? So even coming home, like I didn't send people money goddamn to turn them up from the penitentiary. I didn't goddamn seen, I mean, it was a blessing. You know what I'm saying? I look at the blessings in it. You know what I mean? So even coming home from the penitentiary, like first week home, it was a sign. I'm in my little partner house, goddamn. We got like 300 something pounds in there. Like, as soon as I leave, they said I'm gonna go in 5 minutes. Police kicked that joint in, took everything, and I lost 60,000 first week home. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking little shorty I used to send my money to. I'm thinking she got like 10, 15, 25, 2. She ain't have $1 for me. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't tripped. You know what I mean? Like, but that was just this, you know what I'm saying, showing like
So you believe those were signs to deter you from that lifestyle? to keep you
Um,
from getting back into that lifestyle? How do you describe the signs? You said those were the little signs. So how do you describe those signs?
um, things is different. I
Mm,
mean, like at one point in time, for the past couple of years, this is the first time I can honestly say I got discernment. I
mm,
ain't had that before. I was really got like that's why I say when people that knew me, they be wide. So many people when I first came home and still to this day be surprised, like, bro, you ain't what? You ain't selling drugs. That's what I was known for. Some people don't do it because what is you doing it for? You taking up space. But then
mm,
some people, they know what it is. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't speak of it glorified. It's just I do it because the people that know where I came from, know what I stand on, and know what I'm on, and just see I came and because it ain't won't right off the gate. You know what I'm saying? Like I
right.
still, I mean, but my mindset is, man, you can't have step in it. I can't be the dude that's getting some small stuff and just make it ends meet. My mind work well, and that's why I say it's gonna come with somebody gonna try to tell on me and kill me. Because if I was in the streets, I'd be trying to find a way to get connected with the cartel. That sound
Mm,
crazy to hear or say, you know what I mean? But that's really like, and then certain people they gonna think you tripping, like, cause like it's impossible. But that's what.
mm.
Let me fall back. You know what I'm saying? Cause just my
Yeah,
mind.
you mentioned having a thought while you was in there that how can I become a millionaire? So it's almost like you kept thinking, how do I keep elevating this lifestyle? How do I get
Everything I'm doing,
bigger?
everything I
Mm,
saying, everything I done accomplished or ready accomplished. I got a book and it's written down. Damn near everything. You know what I'm saying? I bought a dump truck my first year home. Should have
mm,
bought it sooner after losing $100,000. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody don't know everything, but people that know, know. You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't be the one that I done did it already. You know what I'm saying? So
mm,
to be the, I don't need that. No, I'm trying. Even me starting to act and starting to modeling. You know what I'm saying? The motivation of speaking. Some people say on Instagram, the working out. I ain't doing it for no attention. Somebody asked me that, which I love her to death. She asked me that not too long ago, like, why you be posting so much now? You do it for attention? You know what I'm saying? I always want to ask you that. And I told her, nah, I don't do it for attention. I do it with attention. It's the first
mm,
time in my life from 13, 14 to 30 that I ain't did nothing illegal.
mm,
I ain't did nothing illegal. And then just thinking back from the past, it was like, I know, and the people that was there know all the shit I done put people on. I didn't, like I said, I'm talking about at 19, 20. I done taught dudes how to cook dope. You know what I'm saying? Hit the dope. I done got them put motherfuckers on 4 pockets full coming through. We ain't talking about the older ones, you know what I'm saying? But some of the
mm,
older ones used to peep game too. You know what I mean? Like motherfuckers, that's why in my section, in my city, if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? It look a
mm,
little different now because I ain't on that, you know what I'm saying? But like I said,
right.
you can't change history. And I
Mm,
got them want anybody to call me on, you know what I'm saying, call my bluff. Cause I ain't gonna say nothing I ain't goddamn ain't did or can't stand on. You know what I'm saying? I ain't telling nobody else's story. It's all my story. So it'd
right.
be like, that's what I say it for. That's what I do it for. Like,
You know, you mentioned in the very beginning about being a leader
mm-hmm,
and how in the class, if you paid attention, you could do the work,
mm-hmm,
but you would be the ones to get the class all riled up, right? And so, what I'm hearing that, and then you also recently just mentioned that you didn't have discernment, and so I want to challenge that because discernment was in you the whole time. You just wasn't able to connect to it. You
mm-hmm,
know, it's almost like you've been disconnected from the source, but now you've reconnected, and so now you're aware. You can
yeah, that's
hear. You can really figure out and maneuver based on your intuitions. You know what
mm-hmm,
I'm saying? And so what I'm hearing is that leader in you has always been there.
yeah,
You were just leading in the wrong direction,
yeah,
right?
definitely.
And not because you were completely misguided, like
Mm-hmm,
you say, like you had moms, you had dad, you had family. So what's that you was completely misguided? You weren't thrown to the wolves. Like you wasn't out here living on your own, so to speak, right? Like you had a foundation in spite of any history
mm-hmm,
within your family that might have been similar to what you got involved in.
mm-hmm,
Bottom line is that you was a leader, you had the ability, and you always seem to have had the desire.
mm-hmm,
Because what I'm hearing is just greatness.
yeah,
You've always had desire for greatness,
the
right?
chosen.
And so when and unfortunately, too many of us can attest to wanting more, but the only thing we know that how to get more is what's at the front door in the environment. You know what I'm saying? So it's like those decisions. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Those decisions were based on just wanting to be greater. And the day that's all you wanted to be is great. You just want to do more. And I'm actually glad, as you mentioned, what someone questioned you about your posting, because what I'm hearing is that you're proud of yourself, that you don't have to hide no more, right? You don't got to be deceiving. You ain't got to be sneaky. You don't got to be behind the scenes because of all the wrongdoing. Like, you can publicize. You don't got to hide your name. You don't need to hide your face. And I think that is something to be proud about.
Honorable.
Yeah, absolutely. And you constantly have said this throughout the interview. You know, I don't say it to glorify. I don't say it to glorify. And unfortunately, I said this to someone. I'm not gonna get too far in it, but I said this to a childhood friend of mine. I said, you know what? It amazes me how, hopefully this doesn't get interpreted wrong, but I'm gonna say it just how I said it to a friend of mine. So, you know, it's amazing how we see these guys that were from the neighborhood that did some really devastating things to some families, and they out here bragging about it. They're not out here trying to motivate younger people or discourage them. They actually are boasting and bragging about it. You know, they are glorifying it. You know, and we know the things, we've seen these things right on the playground, and so every time you say it, I'm actually grateful that you say it, and I actually can feel the intentions on expressing and sharing your story without the intentions on glorifying the behavior or glorifying the decisions, because a lot of people are doing it for clout. They're actually glorifying it. They're actually proud of what they did, and they're looking for likes and follows because of all the devastating, destructive things they've done without any compassion or remorse. Because whether you know it or not, families were hurt and harmed and destroyed, you know, and divided based on certain decisions we made in the streets. And so I definitely appreciate you, whether you're reminding yourself or reminding the viewers, that it might sound like I'm saying this in an exciting way, but I'm just sharing my story. And to your point, whether people know you or not, understanding what you have experienced and seeing what you're doing now is motivation.
Testimony.
It is inspiration, right? And I always found it kind of humorous, if you will, for the guys that are still in the streets. They call themselves trying to tell the younger people to get out the streets. You know, it's almost like an oxymoron. Like, you're doing what you tell them not to do. Like, they're not gonna do what you say. They're gonna do what you do.
And it's crazy because I never even did that. Like, I ain't gonna say I fought myself for that, but like I said, it is what it is. Because I remember even getting older and so many little partners. I remember when they won't own that. Even dudes that's older than me, like I remember, and people know I remember when I'm coming home, teach his own. You got some people in the way with it, some people succeeding at it. You know what I'm saying? So they think, you know what I mean? But I was a child, but I was there. You know what I mean? I was a child, but I seen. You know what I mean? I was a child, but I was around. You know what I mean? I was a child, but I was a player. And I wasn't goddamn a pawn either. You know what I mean? I wasn't the king maybe at the time, but I was on that back row. You know what I mean? And maybe I was a pawn, because that's the only way I become a king or a queen or a rook. You know what I mean? So we all start from somewhere. And it just go back what I said, if I was even that text message, it's like so many times I embrace it more, because then, like I said, we might go somewhere and I be the one with the gun. That's why they ratchet, little wild dude, but I always the one guy there and keep the gun. You know what I mean? Like, I got it. You know what I mean? I got it. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one that did this. I'm the one that put us on with this. And I ain't gonna say I'm the only one. You know what I'm saying? But
it's just being known as that one.
For my age bracket with my homeboys, like especially my part of town, it was only a few people that like players in my generation and younger. And like I said, a little older. My name, if you don't say it, teach his own, but I know I'm a legend. You know what I'm saying? And just the path I'm even taking so many times will even push me to stop posting all that stuff I do now, or just locking in. Cause I do stuff like that and don't even take pictures, don't even get content, don't even care. Like I'm just in the moment. I ain't need. But like, nah, you in a new space. Don't be mad at network. Don't be mad at brush shoulders, shake hands. Cause my pride in the way. So dudes that
Right.
goddamn own the clubs or got businesses of this, you know what I'm saying? If I'm feeling you, I'ma say it. You know what I'm saying? It's cause people say it to me. You know what I mean? So many people hit me up. No lie. So many people hit me up every week, if not every day. Is a new follow. Somebody I'm saying or saying something to me far as I done said something that made their day or helped their day. I didn't got to post some or the workout. Like I used to be the smallest. I used to be 100 pounds, 120. I used to be popping ditties. You know what I'm saying? I used to be smoking weed, popping X. I started popping ditties at X at 15, 16. Taking lean at 17. You know what I mean? Drinking at 13. Like smoking weed at 14. Like this is real life. You know what I'm saying? Even in the penitentiary, no, I used to get all that. Like people that I ain't know, you think, oh, that's when you get your body right when you get locked up. I used to work out a little bit, but no, we still smoking out the backwoods, still birthday drinking lean, making moonshine for me, cooking for me. You know what I'm saying? Like this is my life. You know what I mean? This what it was. So now, goddamn, to show you, and the only thing that might deter certain people or might make them not want to resonate or admit what's taking place is because I ain't got them 7 zeros in my bank account yet. So I learned and know, and we all know, you got certain people that do or can have real money. But who they is, you'll never look at them different because you just a goddamn clown with money.
Yeah.
Versus, because they say what they always say, you know what I mean? Money just make you the person you really is, bring out the person you really is. So a lot of people could have money and they
No
like,
character.
feel me? And I really believe even like that will be holding me back sometimes because even how I carry myself, how I do maneuver, that's the only thing I'm missing. You know what I mean? Because it's not even the boasts or brags. You know what I'm saying? Like being fly, doing this, taking care of myself for goddamn living, I'm gonna do that anyway. Cause that's what I'm used to, and that's what I've been doing since a young age. But I'm talking about far as the impact. Like I have thoughts of like, damn, I need to goddamn tighten up because I need to be able to go around the way. Like even when I first came home, I came home with a nice little umph. You know what I mean? Like the feeling of even after losing all that money, I still came home with a nice little umph. You know what I mean? And it was, man, I see a homeless person, I give them $10, $20. You know what I'm saying? I got them bus moves and go around the way or go feeding the homeless. That's within my first month home, feeding the homeless. You know what I'm saying? Go around the way. I got a little bullshit job somewhere, a little frozen food. When they get them frozen shrimps and hamburgers, I don't even want it. I might put a bag in the freezer and I'll take it around the way. You want this? And ain't the bullshit, you know what I'm saying? But that's how I be. It's even clothes, like it be clothes. I still don't know where it's at. Belts and shirts and pants and shoes. Like, damn, what the hell is that? But I done gave to somebody because that shit materialistic. And even everything I went through, goddamn, I done went through some shit with some old close partners. You know what I'm saying? They would never get no kick it from me again. You know what I'm saying? They'd never get no love from me again. And I ain't even saying that on here to stir nothing up. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain Jones. I used to pray. My dump truck. You know what I'm saying? My dump truck flipped after a year. You know what I'm saying? I put like it was either, man,
Oh,
get a
was that the accident that you got in? Was that
nah.
the
This
dump?
was before that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
This was before that. But my mindset was, man, I could goddamn spend the money and get a couple bricks because I got the money to, or buy a dump truck. Like but I ain't trying to play with it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to put shit in position where, man, I just goddamn give the guys goddamn, but I'm still trying to work on the business though. But they want a nigga to be in the field. Like, I know what come with it because I gotta change my whole mindset again. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've been home almost 4 years. I'm still transitioning. I still be glitching. I don't do certain things or go around certain places because I still be, you know what I'm saying? And I done
Yeah,
been
yeah.
so much, you know what I'm saying? Every situation that went bad, it came from in-house. It came from a back door. Never face to face. In my whole life,
Mm-hmm.
never face to face. Always a back door. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them lessons I learned in the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? Before that, but in the penitentiary. So even now, when it happened out here, I know how to maneuver through it. I know how to talk a person through it. I know how to resonate it. I know what I'm saying? I know how to resolve it, but I know how to go with it however it ever go. Because at first, I always tell a person, I'm a man first. It don't matter if I'm younger than you, older than you, or the same age. We men. If you don't look at yourself like that, you don't look at yourself like that. But also, everybody ain't got something to lose or feel like they got nothing to lose.
Right.
So it's goddamn, like I say, when I go places, when I go around my family, I could just feel it. Like that's the only thing I'm missing. Like I might not see my family in 2 years. I ain't been in New York in 2 years. I just went up there, just got there for a 50 Cent casting call. And like shit, go up there. You know what I mean? See the fam. Even just how they, you know what I mean? Like
It's different. You can feel it. Mm-hmm.
I could felt this since I was 19, 18. Like I said, since I was adult. Like, you know what I mean? The only one person I got there and say ain't get to experience it and it eat me up is my grandma. 'Cause when I did my 6 months locked up, that's when she caught a stroke and she was paralyzed. You know what I'm saying? Her whole left side was paralyzed, couldn't talk. So that's one person they ain't never get to experience the adult goddamn ratchet. It
Oh.
was always my baby. Honestly, that's like I'm a baby boy. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing. Like she with me. You know what I'm saying? Forever. You know what I mean? Like she forever gonna be with me. But that's one thing. Like that's what I do it for. Like even being locked up or being on the street. My mom no got a phone. She got there and called me, asking me for directions of do this or how to do this and do this. And I'm locked up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? She calling me. Or talking to my nephews, you know what I'm saying? My nieces. They know I ain't got nothing to do with your mama, your daddy, your auntie, your grandma, your grandpa. You come talking, I don't sugarcoat. You know what I'm saying? Cause some people might look at it different, but I look at it, I know what I was doing at 13. I know I was doing at 15. I know I was doing at 17. Man, 18, 19, man, this shit was goddamn, man. Like I say, if I really get the brand, I don't, even before I did my 5 years, if I wouldn't have goddamn, if I wouldn't have caught that case before that, man, I got locked up. That's why I was even on probation in that situation. I got them, we got them ready to hit the Brinks truck. Like, what the like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't be saying to glorify, but I tell you when you look at me, man, nigga really been through it and really lived it. You know what I'm saying?
You're sharing the mentality that you had, you know,
Yeah.
and sometimes it's unfortunate, and sometimes it's you know to some degree out of our control, and that's not to not make you accountable. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? But sometimes environments and circles can instill a certain mentality, and then
Mm-hmm.
it becomes the norm. Like you said, you was kicking open doors at a young age. So by the time you're 15, 16, you're already, this is almost like a formality, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Like it's unfortunate, it's a normal thing. And I think that oftentimes we kind of misunderstand that even though we may make a decision, the person may make a decision to go this route or do this thing, this situation, whatever that move is, a lot of it is not really from the frontal lobe of our mind. Like we're not really thinking clear. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Like we either in survival mode or we just reacting because that's what we do in the environment we're in.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? And so I wanted to ask you, I'm glad you even touched on that. Do you recall like that mind shift time where okay, I gotta start thinking different so I can move different? You remember when that started taking
It
place?
it was a couple of them, if I be honest. One of them when I was in the penitentiary. Like I said, I didn't spend like 2 Christmases in the hole. If you don't know what the hole is, segregation. It's isolated segregation, and like, and I always, like I said, I was in bid mode, and I always just do what I used to do in there. You know what I mean? But then I started realizing I don't know exactly how, but I know it hit me like damn, and somebody might have told me that, but I know I had to realize, and it kind of go off what I said. My mother used to always say, "Far as she used to love and hate it about me, if I was always find myself in a situation,
Mm-hmm.
but she can't never say I ain't stand on it. Oh goddamn, hold
Right.
myself accountable. I ain't looking.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't, and I just be thinking like." I'm talking about a 20-year-old. Man, you got 30, 40-year-olds that can't goddamn handle this type of pressure.
Exactly.
Man, I was
Mm-hmm.
23
Mm-hmm.
years old walking my co-defendant through like, man, you chill. Like, they down on me, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I be good, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of situations like that locked up. Like I said, this my phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, if you ain't from the city or you like, that's bro, he good. Man, it's me. I ain't. You can say what you want. We gonna shake. You know what I'm saying? However it gotta go, it gonna go. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of situations like that, and it was like, just cause I'm able to tolerate or build for certain shit, the
That
people
don't
that
mean that
really
right.
meant to be there and the people that really do love me, that don't mean they biz. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
I had to kind of, you know what I'm saying? And before I went to the penitentiary, in the jail, I used to just be into all type of shit. Then going to the penitentiary, I was just really trying to get some money, but understanding and learning that certain shit just come with the game. You know what I'm saying? Because I already know that. You know what I'm saying? But it's a difference when you can't. Because on the street, man, if you ain't around, you ain't gonna know my business. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
In the penitentiary, you ain't gonna know my business, but I can't really so much hide it. You know, niggas run
Right.
my mouth. You know what I'm saying? I can't really. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, my fault.
Mm-hmm.
Certain things I used to have to goddamn be aware or be privy to that, bro, you gotta goddamn tighten up. You know what I'm saying? Like you meant for so much more. But like I said, I ain't gonna lie, cause even when I first came home, my whole penitentiary bid, I was even still thinking, I ain't just had a plug for me, goddamn. I got the money, just have a plug and a whip for me. I'm gonna goddamn take off. Like I already know
But
what it.
even in that, that doesn't mean that you weren't having these thoughts and you weren't considering something different. Like it's a process.
And that's
You know
still
what I'm saying?
the touch on. So it was certain little things, like I said, because that's where my mind still was at. You know what I'm saying? But it be
Mm-hmm.
certain little things, like man, you gotta dig. Cause like I'm saying what I could do at when you supposed to be at your lowest form. You know what I'm saying? The
Mm-hmm.
penitentiary, you supposed to be at your lowest in the box, and like a person that really seen it or experienced it with me, I ain't lying. Like if everything would have got them transpired how I wanted to when I came home, man, I'm telling you, like this shit was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But maybe it was ugly in disguise. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think
Mm-hmm.
that's what it was. It was a disaster and ugly in disguise. So I used to be big on, reading the urban books, watching Martin, got your own, you got your own TV, watching Martin and basketball and on the phone all the time, watching porn, you know what I'm saying? Talking to the bitches, doing shit like that. And it shifted to, bro, you got a business book. Let me read that junk. Or then goddamn business and trucking books. Like so my brother goddamn he in the trucking industry too. We in the truck industry, but I remember before I came home, I get on the phone with him. Or he talking about like we talking about trucking shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna goddamn shout my mind because that's all I do, but I'm gonna still be on your ass to make sure you on point too. You know what I'm saying? Or my homeboy on his clothing line shit. So I goddamn be on the phone talking about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I'll never forget. I don't know if you're familiar with Wall Street Trapper.
Mm-hmm.
He goddamn is a stock dude. So one day
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the phone just scrolling, and I see a interview of him and Ellen, and I start watching it, and it hit me and resonated so much. Like, man, dude from New Orleans, from the streets, and just how much he shifted and changed his mind. Like, and knowing you could tell and hear, like, dude was really with that.
Mm-hmm.
Man, like, but he really, and I started paying attention. Like, damn, I be up, make sure I get up 5 in the morning, watch the stock channel. You know what I'm saying on Fox. You know what I mean? I got them. Call my sister, ask her what's a brokerage account, looking it up, made me a little brokerage account. So now when I get my money through the cash apps, you know what I'm saying? I learned how to put the cash app straight to the brokerage account. And I ain't gonna say timid, but I want to weigh up. So I only got them
Right,
put
right.
$100 in there, but still starting it, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Still just being aware of it, like, man, all right, them urban books, I ain't even trying to read them. I'm trying to read some self-help jokes. I'm trying to read some documentaries, you know what I'm saying? Some biographies, you know what I'm saying? Some autobiographies, stuff like that. So I just really started changing and shifting my mind. start writing that shit down in the book. You know what I mean? Like my partner had told me, like, damn, Roger, how the hell you come home and you jive really? I'm like, bro, cause I like you can't wait. I done seen so many people thinking you gonna wait until you leave out the gates and it just gonna no, that's anything in life. You can't. Now you gotta start in it, and we want
It starts mentally.
for the streets. We want everything to be a tree. Just think of a tree, you know what I'm saying, or a house, and it just it's there. Because that's what it could be, a beautiful tree, an apple tree, or whatever type. You know what I'm saying? It could have whatever, and you pay attention to it. It's only a seldom. It's only a few that will pay attention to it when it first planted.
Exactly.
Because they ain't gonna see none at first.
Most ain't gonna notice it.
And then when they come back, it's gonna be some that's gonna notice the little stub that stick out.
Yeah.
And then some that's gonna come back and notice, and you gonna have some people that's they gonna make sure they come back because they seeing the transformation and the growth is coming with. Some people got their mindset is, man, that's stupid. I ain't thinking about that. And that's with life. You know what I'm saying? I always tell people you got three type of peoples in the world. I mean, I'm just privy and love that I know who I am. You know what I mean? But you got your milk people, you got your beer people, and you got your wine people. See, I tell people, you got your milk people. Just think of a cold glass of milk. Some people allergic to it, so it make you sick off the rip. You know what I mean? So you got your people that's milk people. You know what I mean? It depends if you're allergic to it. They might make you sick off the rip. You know what I mean? But if you're not, a fresh cold glass of milk, it could be healthy. You know what I mean? It could be refreshing. But anything about milk, no matter where you leave it at a certain time, what's gonna happen to milk? It's gonna go bad. You know what I mean? So some people, they might start off good. That's the used to be's, the has beens. You know what I'm saying? They're like, damn. You know what I mean? Like, it won't even their fault. It just might have been destined. You know what I'm saying? Do actions they might have chose. Then you got your beer people. You know what I mean? Like, you never really see beer go bad. You know what I'm saying? I guess don't just have it sitting in the sun, but it depends. That shit probably still, I don't know about beer too much, but I know you don't never see people. Let me throw this beer out. It be hot and pissy, and motherfuckers still gonna drink it. Like they ain't bothering nobody. They just comfortable being they self. You know what I mean? They got them go with certain crowds, certain environments, certain foods, certain things, and sometimes they don't, but they cool with it. You know what I'm saying? The beer people, we all need them. We all know them. You know what I'm saying? We don't look down on them. Some people do. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got milk fresh out the refrigerator looking down on the beer. You know what I mean? Not knowing they gonna be they self and that time go on. You the one that's gonna spoil. You know what I mean? And then you got your wine people. Everybody want to say they wine or want to be wine, and it's black people we wine because we age like wine. But the mentality of being wine is everybody know a good wine depending on where it's from, depending on what flavor it is, depending on whatever. That may be differentiate more, but it doesn't matter. All wine with time it's gonna get better. You know what I mean? Some people will accept it and like it when it first come out. You know what I mean? It's tolerable. You know what I mean? But as time go on, and you got some people, like I said, everybody want to be wine people. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that is beer people, but then there's a lot of people that we don't want to admit because trying to protect people's feelings. That's saying that's a milk person. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say I always be saying it and thinking about that. Like you got your wine people, and that's just somebody looking in the mirror and accepting who you is, because maybe you just got to find a way to change yourself from a milk to a beer or wine. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you got to accept the fact that everybody is not meant to be wine. Everybody is not meant to be Chiefs. Everybody is not meant to be the GOAT. Everybody is not chosen. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're not chosen, I don't mean God ain't choosing you for your journey. But in the world as chosen, it's not just money. It's not just looks. It's not just what you did or can do. You know what I'm saying? Like something as big as impact. You know what I mean? And that's something a lot of people don't got or pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's fucked up now when you do start hearing about one point in time, the rappers used to get the game from the street dudes, you know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
now the street dudes is getting the game from the rappers. But a lot of these rappers ain't been through nothing, you know what I'm saying? And if you look in these neighborhoods that we live in, you know what I mean? Like, man, dude rap now, he starting to get some buzz now, everybody. Some of them is really, you know what I'm saying? But then some of them, like, man, you start getting goddamn caught in the facade of what they saying until they got to be tested and live it. And a lot
Mm-hmm.
of that shit. And that's what the young boys up against. So I just feel like I just try to be a focal point of, man, man, you could do it. And when I say you could do it, you could be yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No ifs,
Mm-hmm.
ands, buts, and cut cards. You know what I mean? I be goddamn thinking certain ways, and I be telling my partners and certain people, like, nigga, I'm the one with no kids, and I think like this. Y'all niggas got kids. I seen, dude, I mean, dude, you done seen them niggas down there 40 and still want to be 20 something, still impacted, goddamn, still motivated, still influenced by little niggas. That's sad. That's sad. And that's what it like. Nah, I gotta figure it out. Just keep being myself. I ain't trying, cause I know when it click and he give me that, and I'm sitting on top of the
Mm-hmm.
mountain. I know how I'm coming. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's an understatement. You know what I mean? But until then, it's still gonna look good. It's still gonna be good, and that's why he opening doors and just and challenging myself so I could challenge others.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I say he used me. You know what I mean? Because the people that do know me from the youth, they still got unless you got some hate in your heart, unless you still mad over some girl I done slept with, or unless you just got them acting like you blind, which to each his own. You know what I mean? But dudes and women got down from back then. They like, damn. Dudes from locked up, you know what I'm saying? Like down to jail. They remember I'm the dude. I'm buying. We locked up together. I'm buying you a whole commissary bag. I don't want nothing from it. You don't owe me
Mm-hmm.
nothing. Cause you my partner from the street. Oh, hey man, put some money on such and such phone. You know what I'm saying? Like you good. I'm talking to those people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
man, we good. Oh, in the penitentiary, man. You want to get high, man. You get high. You want some money, we get some money. But I ain't gonna look at you different. You know what I'm saying? You sniff dope. I still sit in the cell with y'all. I don't sniff no dope. They probably do because I'm always with the dope heads, but shit, dope heads was solid niggas. They just got down, stop fucking around. Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you get wisdom for everywhere, anywhere. Know what I'm saying? So that's what I be trying to stand on. My partner Troy used to always tell me, like, bruh, I ain't got your experience because I ain't got your story. Motherfuckers ain't been through what you've been through. A lot of people that been through what I've been through goddamn folded. And that's why I stand on it. You know what I'm saying? I had to
That
get my
milk you talking about?
my mind, my body, my soul right. I ain't gotta poke my chest out. That shit poke out anyway. I ain't gotta hold my head up. You know what I'm saying? That's just my way my neck goddamn is made. You know what I mean? I ain't gotta think about goddamn what's on my shoulders because man, I done did my goddamn shit. That shit
Mm-hmm.
ain't put more on it. You know what I'm saying? That's why he put
Mm-hmm.
me through this. You know what I'm saying? I used to always ask God. I used to always ask God before goddamn like I hit a lot of turbulence when I came home because I was came home on top of the world, traveling, doing this, doing that, doing this. I used to always tell him remove the people, places, and things that don't belong. And when he started showing me, I ain't gonna lie, for a minute that shit caught me off guard and was fucking me up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think like down to the nigga I used to call my brother day ones, you know what I'm saying? My ex, like certain things. 'Cause I know I ain't perfect, but I know I don't come with goddamn ill intent, and I know I come
Right.
with real hot. I'm coming with goddamn trying to unlearn certain stuff, and not scared to admit that I'm trying to unlearn as learn certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? Cause certain shit, that shit really in me. You know what I'm saying? Like even I be catching like how I even talk. You know what I mean? Like I I can't go to straight square, but I ain't on nothing, know what I'm saying? And that's where I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I resonate with, know what I mean, with so many people that's on either side, because I'm also the one that ain't gonna judge. Know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
dude ain't never did nothing gangster in his life, you know what I'm saying? What that mean? He a stand-up dude, know what I'm saying? Don't put him in a situation too. I used to always tell my little partner, man, I already made my decision. You ain't never been locked up. God forbid if it come down to it, let it be me. I'm dead wrong for that, but that's how my mind was. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know my mama used to pray when I leave out the house, you know what I'm saying? And I accepted the fact that any day I leave out the house, man, I could be dead or goddamn locked up, you know what I'm saying? Because if I get the chance, I'm gonna be locked up. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
it's in God's hands, and it's the first time I can honestly say this the most peaceful I've been in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like you gonna always have your turbulence. You know what I'm saying? You gonna always
That's
have
part of it.
your
Mm-hmm.
battles. You know what I'm saying? Some people ain't gonna like that I done fell back. You know what I'm saying? Certain people don't like that I don't come around the way as much. Certain people don't like that I don't talk to goddamn the people I used to talk to like that as much. You know what I'm saying? But long as your energy is solid, long as you goddamn pure, it don't matter if it's a month, a day, a year, a decade. When you see me, man, it's gonna be love. And you start to give off any type of weird energy, keep that. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we men now. You know what I'm saying? So now I used to have to remember I was always maybe considered a weak link because I was always a kid amongst men since I was little. But I never was a weak link because a lot of people before I goddamn seen the potential in me. That's why they used to goddamn want me to come around. I ain't used to actually come around. They used to want me to come around from the money, from the girls, from the clubbing, from the swag, from goddamn a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? And growing up, I ain't used to speak on it because I'm a team player. Cause I ain't gonna say this. I ain't gonna do it. Like, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't, man, nigga, you tripping. Well, stop dimming your light. You know what I'm saying? And the moment I stop dimming my light, man, shit start shining bright. People start melting, start running, and start bitching and complaining. Cause I be like, I ain't did nothing sour. Man, got dudes out here, goddamn, in the world want me to be sour bad. Want to say anything, but I could goddamn just know when the community, know when the world, know when God know, and this shit pure. This shit destined. You know what I'm saying? This shit here. I mean, that's when they got there here the name Ratchet. Yeah, we know Boosie and the let's Sexy Red. Let's get, you know what I'm saying? Ratchet got its name to it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I be thinking, even if I was dropping it, I know I'm gonna reinvent myself eventually. But that's what's gonna always be a part of me because certain people gonna hear, see the word ratchet, and they gonna just know greatness.
Mm-hmm. I commend you for your growth. I tell you that, and I can definitely see how you have a desire to impact. Right? It's almost like trying to make things right that at one point you made wrong, in a sense. Right? I got a few questions. Well, not really questions. I got a few statements I'm gonna make, and I want you to kind of fill in the blank.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you complete the sentences.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, I don't think I would have made it out if.
I ain't open my eyes. Take my heart off my sleeve.
I became who I needed to be because.
God told me it was time. My grandma living with me forever. And I'm the person in my family that's gonna change our last name dynamic and the legacy that I plant.
The moment I realized I needed to change was when.
And I start thinking about doing stuff to certain people that I know I shouldn't be thinking about because it's gonna affect me more than affect anybody else.
I'm still trying to forgive myself for.
Trusting some of these niggas, not trusting myself, and I still ain't forgave myself. And I've been giving my all. I always been my authentic self. There's no question. Like I said, it seemed different because I'm a different version now. So some people know the child version of me, and the child version of me was thugging. The young man version of me was just own it with it, goddamn, and that shit looked it good. You hear me? I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
I niggas know why they even start putting diamonds in their teeth. They know who got them. A lot of shit. You know what I mean? A lot of shit. That's neither here nor there, boy.
The part of my story I don't like to revisit is.
I can't really say I don't like to revisit because it's like I feel like if you think of an athlete before they go to a game, a boxer before they got a fight, they gonna study their opponent's fights and they gonna study their own fights. So I gotta revisit everything to see where I'm coming, how
Mhm.
far I came, or what I need to fix or work on. So I do revisit. I just gotta do better with letting people in. And I ain't gonna say that. I hate to say that, even thinking that. I gotta use my discernment better who to keep people out. Cause the people that's in, they supposed to be meant here. Cause everything ain't meant for everybody.
Mhm.
Certain things, you know what I'm saying? Like that's something I'm missing. Wise counsel from goddamn solid men that's goddamn successful, and not goddamn niggas that's got envy and hating they heart. Cause we just all
Mhm.
lost trying to figure our way out in this world.
The version of me that went through it is still.
He's still in there, but he just prepped and goddamn mature now.
Let's got three more. Nobody knows that I still struggle with.
I be glitching, so I be struggling with goddamn going back to my old ways a lot. Know what I'm saying? But I
Mm.
don't. It don't intrigue me, but it's in me, and I be like sometimes, and that's something I need to work on. Know what I'm saying? I don't even blame nobody else, but I be like, man, nigga playing with me, and I feel like nigga faking. Man, I smack this shit, and I got my weight up, and goddamn got boxing, and I will beat this, but it didn't be like, bro, shit. That's why some people, you know what I'm saying? Some you might be talking to a lady or something, or talking to certain partners. People that's real close, they know, understand. You call me if you need me, I'm there. I might go time, I might go MIA. But if
Mm.
you call me, you need me, and I can, I'm there. But I might go MIA. Cause sometimes I be goddamn get ready to get the tripping, and like that's when I goddamn know when I'm there, when it's gonna be to a point. And my fault, we even drag this on, but it's gonna be a point. And I said this before. It's like when you get to walking away, and people start throwing stuff at you and throwing stuff at you. The chains, the rings, the whatever, and you can feel it. And you got the either two options. One to turn around and acknowledge it, and that's gonna come up with another set of options you might make. You know what I'm saying? To either go back, backtrack, trip up. You know what I'm saying? Now it's because it's a different journey now. It's a different story.
Mhm.
Or keep going. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying it literally five motherfuckers throwing shit at you. But I'm saying figuratively,
Mhm.
you're gonna
Mhm.
get to a point where the screams, the boos, the shit they throwing, man, it ain't gonna be able to touch it. And that's what I'm goddamn looking forward to and trying to get closer to where like I barely hear it now. But people
Mhm.
put me on to certain things because who I am and the love they got for me just so I won't be blind. But as far as me looking for it, me thinking about somebody like if I didn't remove anybody from my life, I, I wish them the best, but I don't think about nothing. That's the only thing I be worried about is the family and the kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make my mind stable enough, make my life and my soul stable enough and privy enough to. I'm trying to make sure my grandkids straight. I gotta become the man to lead my grandkids. You know what I'm saying? Cause I got my kids. I ain't got none yet, but I got them. But I need to, cause if I instill certain stuff in me, cause the certain stuff is instilled in me that they gonna be good, but certain stuff not. So I know if I focus on my grandkids, I know automatically I'm gonna make sure my kids is straight,
Mhm.
while also trying to lead them not just to be grow up, but to lead them so they could prepare for their kids. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we get. And it's hard because a lot of our families, and I know you older than me, but just generation after generation after generations. And if you do look at the white folks, you know what I'm saying, or wealthy folks, most of the time, white folks, you know what I'm saying, but they thinking about their great grandkids,
Great, great. Mhm.
just their grandkids. You know what I'm saying? They getting stuff for their great grandkids versus goddamn the parents be like, man, get your ass on for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I buy my grandkids some this and that, but really goddamn setting because we all trying to live our life and survive.
Mhm. A real legacy. That's what it is.
Like,
Let me get these last two. If I'm honest, I'm still healing from.
I'm still healing from some backstabs. A couple people backstabbing, and that don't heal for real. But people be trying to pick at it, and that's what I know the damage there.
Still
when you
there.
pick at it, when you pick at a scab, like you know it's there, but that bitch healed though, but it ain't healed till the scab gone. You know what I'm saying? It's scabbed up, but not. You know what I'm saying? Cause some people, that's what I got there. Like, and these suck ass niggas got there to cross me out. They ain't even cross me out. They cross themselves out, but just me though. And that shit don't even make myself look at me different. And I had to understand that that's something they got against themselves. You know what I'm saying? And I only say that and stand on it because I know goddamn who I am and what I am or what I did. You know what I mean? Because some people, like it's probably one person I could say if I was a partner, and one female. It's one dude and one female I give grace to because I was dead wrong. I did something with one of my little partners, goddamn girl back in the day, and I had to live with that. And I goddamn do live with it. But like I really like that's probably one joint I damn in the way for that. You know what I'm saying? Like relationship probably never be the same, but that's one joint. Like, cause I think like a grown man now. That shit ain't what it is. Nigga dead wrong. And you got dudes that be on that slime ball shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't what it is. And the female, like, damn. I hope you goddamn could see the version of me for who I am now and leave the version of me that you had known. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't deserve none of that. And I was still just goddamn in survival of the fittest mode, just goddamn living life. Most of everybody else, man, if you got a problem, man, fuck you.
It's my last one. I'm still learning how to live without.
My grandma. Yeah, I wish you would have goddamn experience, goddamn me. That's one jump, like, damn. 'Cause I just remember being growing up, like, even my first bid, like, grandma called, my mom got, I'm gonna call you grandma. Like, grandma one hold nigga down. Like, grandma, I go to grandma, that's just my baby. Like, and it's like, damn, she ain't get the experience, goddamn,
This
this.
version of you.
Like, even when I used to go see her, when I did, like, and not to bring it back up, but yeah, it's so crazy. That played a big part. And when I got down, started tightening up to come home and my mindset, 'cause like I said, when I first, like, beginning of my bid, I was owning with whatever. Towards the end, certain size, certain vulnerability, you cannot show in that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't speak on certain things. You know what I'm saying? And certain things that took place from it, I gotta live with. You know what I'm saying? And the only things I be saying I gotta live with, it be damn. The only thing I could have did different was crash out and kill one of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? And not to say it like that, but a lot of my situations, that's what it be. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. And it always be some too close to like, and that's what like remove it, cause that's what I could have did better. Even to say it and think about it, that's what you could have did better, bro. But that's the only thing that would have satisfied some of the people. You know what I'm saying? But then, like my mama used to tell me, like, your grandma got down. You know what I'm saying? I used to check on her, or say, or when I used to got down, go to New York with my aunt. You know what I'm saying? Be in the hospital. Like I said, I had a phone, so I was on the street. Like certain parts, I might not got a phone, but majority of my bed, I'm like this. You know what I mean? And it was, damn, she getting sick. Damn, you know what I'm saying? So when I came home, I already got them lucked up and just beat couple cases, you know, as far as penitentiary charges. Signed like if the police ain't paying attention and they hand me a charge, I'm gonna sign Daffy Duck and walk out. So by the time they called for the case, my name ain't Daffy Duck. You know what I'm saying? I got you. That charge is beat. Like, there ain't no if, no, that charge is beat or stuff like that. So I know, like, one time, people came in my cellar. I just got the sack in, got like six zips of weed in that junk. We in there blowing it down, blowing it down. Look out the pod. Oh, it's the big ass search thing coming in. Like, oh shit, let me get this. And we both got a phone. We get to putting the goddamn soap all on the goddamn walls. Got the fan going. He like, man, give me the phones. He take the phones. He slide out and dip. I gotta get the street. Like I said, I won't be smoking weed. Nigga so goddamn high. Nigga high as helium in this junk. Niggas just trying to make sure the goddamn room straight. They come, boom, pop the dope. Man, searching me, I forgot, man. I got them still had like 4 zips in my mattress, man. They got them. Wendy got the 4 zips. I'm like, that ain't. They're like, damn, my celly, he got damn been down for some shit. He getting close to home. Like, he like, bro, that's you, bro. I got the phones. Like, and I'm like, damn, let me work a move. Like, without working the move, because I ain't trying to say nothing. But you can't get bruh in this situation. I'm like, but we came up under that jump. You know what I'm saying? We came. So it was just a lot of shit. Because 2 things I got damn promised. When I went from the jail to the penitentiary, I had somewhat made a promise that I ain't gonna run my time up. Cause like I said, I kept getting in the hole. I kept being into the little dumb shit. So like I can't run my time up. And then goddamn the closer I was getting, you know what I'm saying, turmoil started coming. I had to goddamn face adversity, you know what I'm saying? And I still did with my head up, you know what I'm saying, chest out. But it was certain things I would have did if I would have got to had more time. Certain things I would have did if I would have been in a different mind space. I can't do. Cause my mama keep just telling me like, your grandma waiting on you. I don't think she got long. She waiting on you. And hear that, they'll be like, man. But you know, these niggas in here don't give a fuck about that. And like I said, I'm in this bitch getting money. They start shipping my homeboys, niggas dick riding, niggas hating, niggas whatever. And I ain't checking off, like whatever happened, happened. I done smoked this bitch. I ain't tripping. Fuck y'all niggas. I ain't paying no tab. Like, damn. Ego. You know what I'm saying? Pride. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type of nigga, no motherfuckers might backdoor me. And I sit still around the way. And you know what I'm saying? I got my tool. If you give me, you give me. But if you don't, I'm gonna blow your ass. Ego. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the shit I used to do. Even when I got there, I done got backdoor. You know what I'm saying? Nigga snuck me and everything. I felt it. I swear. Intuition. Like I felt it. He snuck me out there. I ain't tripping. I beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? But I felt it. Going against, you know what I'm saying? What did like so I gotta
And
make
so that's cool. And so as you find yourself in these situations, you're reminded that grandma waiting on me.
you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like because you still gotta go how you go, you know what I'm saying? But it's the go all the way. Cause it didn't be like that. I be like that I used to be like that on the street too. Might be running projects or be in the after hour or be certain places. And it'd be like, I forget a feeling, but I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? I know he don't like my brother and he know that's bro. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I ain't tripping and I'm dolo. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I know he mad because he got there. Know I used to be busting shawty up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't tripping. Like, and shit, but like, I don't even be giving off that energy no more because that junk is, I'm on something else. If I was still on that, I know what come with it and that's what I gotta be on. But like I said, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? But I just be mindful. But back to what I was saying about my grandma though, but it was like damn. So when I got there and finally did make it home, cause that was like, man, I gotta make it home. I gotta make it home. I gotta make it. Cause I know I'm coming home, but it was the chances of running your time up. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially like you sell drugs in the penitentiary, you know anything could happen. You in the life. You ain't like you in here goddamn going to fucking goddamn Bible study and just chilling. You in this bitch selling goddamn drugs 100 miles per hour.
Like, what you expect to happen?
You feel me? Like that's not I used to tell people, bro. I'm in the life. Hey, come with the life. You know what I'm saying? You got your ups, your downs, your licks. You know what I'm saying? One thing about it, you ain't gonna say I tuck my tail or goddamn folded shit. You might say some other shit. I'm built for it. No, I gotta make it home. I gotta make it home. Came home. I went up top because she in the nursing home. She was in the nursing home. I went to go see her. it's crazy, goddamn. A little bit after that, the day after Thanksgiving, I get the call she died. I'm like, damn, I would have caught a charge. You know, they fucking around would have gave me like 5, 6 months if I would have caught one of them charges, if not more. Like, damn, I would have missed all that. And that's one joint, you know what I'm saying, that moved me to goddamn, like, bro, I gotta make it home. It used to eat me up sometimes, cause like, man, I'm wet what you wet. You know what I'm saying? But damn.
But you made it home. You was able to see her before she transitioned, so that was
Yeah,
a blessing. Hmm.
that's one thing I goddamn I missed though, my grandma. Last question though.
No, I actually gave you my last statement. I did want to ask, or rather end on the note of um, what's next? What's next? You got Sweet Thing coming out April 12th.
We working.
Was there another movie?
Yes, with another production team. This first season, my role, if you're looking for me, it ain't goddamn a hell of a role yet until the second season. It is coming, but the show is a great show. It's called Sunday After Church. It's on
That's
Apple,
the one I saw. Hmm.
Apple TV and Prime Videos. I'm trying to cook up some stuff, goddamn, and link up with 50 Cent. I mean, praise the God that come through.
Oh,
Um,
that's the audition that you went to in New
yeah,
York.
yeah. Like I said, we got Sweet Thing on the way. Got another audition. Somebody reached out to me, and I think that's next month. I got another movie I had did an audition for a couple months back, and they just hit me up and asked me, "Am I still interested?" We trying, you know what I'm saying? So that's gonna come on the way. Um, I just holler at my mans, and I gotta try to put things together, hit the gas a little bit, and get into my modeling bag. Not because I be trying to figure out what space I want to get in. Because I be some like now I be having so many people. I ain't gonna say so many people, but one or two is better than none. Know what I'm saying? I do be having people like now. I be noticing even my followers. So many people that you can tell it's not a fake page, but I don't got no mutual friends. Or now I'm starting to
Mm-hmm.
recognition through different states. Know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't pay attention to the likes. I don't pay attention to who like it, who whatever. I don't pay attention. Like I said, it's sad for us the city, goddamn, but I know my city. You know what I'm saying? Certain people it ain't gonna click till they got. You know what I'm saying? When they
Mm-hmm.
click, that's when they gonna hop on it. You know what I'm saying? But now I just
So,
already
with the modeling space, you're just trying to figure out where you want to be in modeling, like as far as a
far
certain
as
type of
goddamn
fashion.
fashion show, goddamn commercial. Like I didn't talk to different people in different states, and I be tapped into some like even the jumps I do be tapped into. It be more so New York, Atlanta, more so Atlanta and Florida for real. You know what I'm saying? But just still brushing shoulders with the right people. You know what I'm saying? So when I do, I mean, like one guy in Miami, he be trying to rock me, and he be tapped in, but it be like, well, you got it. You know what I'm saying? So I done got it out my head for I don't care what nobody think. Cause that used to be a thing. Like I ain't gonna do certain because how
Mm,
we perceive coming from the streets and you model, you act. You know what I'm saying? But they forget, goddamn, that's how the street dudes used to look at dudes that rap. You know what I'm saying? They forget
right.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But now that if you don't do that, it's like a lot of them rapping my life. So and that's why I be not talking, cause but that's how I be feeling though. They be rapping my life.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? The life I was living. But let's say we're gonna keep working out. We're gonna keep grinding. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, my little mama had her first litter. You know what I mean? So we gonna continue the Roof White kennel, Roof White Express trucking. You know what I mean? I gotta get out there and tap back into it, but Roof White apparel. You know what I mean? So it's just gonna be a Roof White world. If it's today, if it's tomorrow, if it's this year, next year, man, we ain't gonna stop though. I mean, I am the rose that grew from the concrete. I mean, adversity build character. And he gonna give it to you when you ready. I mean, you learn from the yesterday, you take it to today, and you apply it to tomorrow. And tomorrow gotta be your best gift because it's a new day. That's what I stand on. That's what I mean. It's Marcus Ratchet Lee, the one and only. And just stay tuned. And I
Yeah, a
appreciate
lot going on. Much success to you. I appreciate your time. I'm glad we was able to make this happen. I know I had to push you back abruptly, but I'm glad you had the time to tap in with me today. I do want to end by saying thank you and thank you to the viewers. But if there are anyone out there that's looking for any investment properties, whether it's in DC, Maryland, Virginia, Florida, or Georgia, you can reach out to me. That's Davis Development Group. Anyone looking for any rental properties, you can reach out to me. That's Air DDG. If anybody needs an electrical service, whether it's residential or commercial, that is Sendell Systems. You can reach out to me. If there's anyone looking for any athletic apparel, my 17-year-old son has a clothing brand that's being powered at CEO B Clothing on IG. You can reach out to me. I thank you all for your time, your patience, and thank you, sir, for your story. Let's Talk About It. April is each and every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find me on Facebook, IG, TikTok, and YouTube. Thank you, Marcus. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Hopefully I'll be talking to you soon. We locked in now. We locked in. We definitely
Yes,
locked in.
sir. Thanks again. Thank you, guys.